Are you thinking of upgrading from Windows 10 to Windows 11? Or are you wondering whether or not you'll get more performance on Windows 11? Well, today I did just that, and the answer is not clean cut and dry. But at that, sit down, strap in, let's go. Right guys, before we get today's video started, before we get into the meat and potatoes, obviously the benchmark results between Windows 10 and Windows 11, just want to say that I loaded Windows 11 for the first time today in a good couple of months. I really like the look and feel of it. The desktop looks amazing. I like the taskbar, task manager. Obviously there's no comparison between this and Windows 10. It just looks so much nicer in dark mode. Notepad, being able to put it into dark mode looks really cool. And just the icons and the browser is a lot snappier. Those are all positives. What is not a positive is the fact that The Last of Us, I've not been able to launch it once. It's crashed every single time when it gets to about 50% loading a save file. The CPU usage spikes to 100% and the game just crashes. So I just want to say I did a poll on my YouTube page in my community tab whether or not I should migrate to Windows 11 from Windows 10. But I'm sorry to say, the fact that I can't play The Last of Us or benchmark The Last of Us because it keeps on crashing in Windows 11 means I might have to put us on moving to Windows 11 just yet. It was a bit of a killjoy. For everybody that did take part in that poll, thank you very much. But until The Last of Us works for me, I'm not going to move to Windows 11. I'm sorry. But let's get to the results. Guys, all my games were tested at medium settings. Where FSR 2.0 or 2.1 was available, I used the quality setting. I test all my games on single player games, offline, third person, mainly open world games. I know, I'm a modern gamer, who cares? And then also I test on a GTX 1650 laptop. Seeing that I am comparing Windows 10 and 11, if you have an RTX card, your results definitely will vary or differ, because Windows 11 is specifically made with 12th generation and 13th generation CPUs in mind, which are always paired with RTX cards. So guys, if you're on newer hardware, I highly recommend Windows 11. If you're on older hardware, probably stay on Windows 10. And then lastly, I use the latest NVIDIA driver 535.98 to do my benchmarks. So guys, without further ado, Windows 10, when I add up all my average FPSs over 9 games, I get to a total of 610 FPS divided by 9, and my average FPS per game on Windows 10 is 67.78. So you're thinking, why do my results look different? Because I added Red Dead Redemption 2 to my benchmark. It's such a popular game, it would be dumb to leave it out. And then when I add up all my 1% lows over the 9 games, my total 1% lows were 464. When I divide 464 by 9, my average 1% low per game on Windows 10 is 51.56. And then for stability's sake, when I divide the 1% lows by the average FPS, it gives me an average stability percentage of 76.07% on Windows 10. So Windows 10 doesn't have exceptionally high average FPS, but it has very good 1% lows. And that brings me to Windows 11. It's got very high FPS, but slightly lower 1% lows. So when I add up all the average FPSs, I get to a total FPS over 9 games of 613. And then I divide by 9, and my average FPS per game is 68.11. So you can see there's a slight upliftment from Windows 10 to Windows 11 in terms of average FPS. But then there's a drop in 1% lows. So when I add up all my 1% lows over 9 games, my average 1% or my total 1% lows are 460. And when I divide that by 9, my average 1% low is 51.11, and then when I divide 51.11 by 68.11, and I don't know why I deleted this, but it's 75.04%. So guys, there you have it. Windows 11 has got higher average FPS but slightly lower 1% lows than Windows 10. So if you have old hardware like myself, where when I say old hardware, I'm talking about a 10th generation, 9th generation, 8th generation CPU, don't recommend Windows 11. But if you have 11th gen, 12th gen, 13th gen CPU with RTX cards, I highly recommend Windows 11. But for the time being, Windows 11 isn't for me. And that's today's video. Thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video, be sure to smash that like button. If you have any questions, hit me up in the comment section. Guys, if you're still watching and you haven't subscribed as of yet, now's the time to do so. As always, it's people like you that make a difference in this world. Cheers.